I mean, I can see now. I've listened to a lot of streams over the last few days. I've been jumping on a lot of different people's streams, and the general consensus at the moment is this might be a major turning point for us. Not just because of not specifically because of Mafia, but there's a lot of different projects that are really anchored on the fact that Pulse has to do well before they can really start to shine. I mean, how is everything going at Gift Tech?
Oh, everything's going great. In fact, to be fair, the boss is actually working right now. He's coding away. He may end up showing up a little bit later, but he sends me in to do the dancing monkey talk. But the whole thing, we have pillars in Gift Tech, like simulation, not speculation. If you use the tools correctly, you're a founder, not a holder. Principles, not promises. And what it's really doing is about making stuff deflationary, but also bringing communities together. And I think that's probably the most important pinnacle about what we have at Pulse and what we have on the ground floor of bringing all these different opportunities, protocols, and use cases together, all in a lion's share at the same time. You know, Ethereum didn't start off with a DEX. All these things had to grow into perpetuity. And with Pulse Chain, we have everything unilaterally flat being able to be built at the same time. So it's actually a lot more work to bring all of that lens in together and to everything coming through that pipe. But with that, everything can rise unilaterally and equally well. So that's very exciting stuff. You know, we've got a Pulsar on the horizon, you know, obviously doing stuff over here with the Gearhead Studios to try to bring, you know, cinematic interest to just not what's going on in the game, but what your character does within the game. And I think that's what's fascinating about GameFi as a lion's share is that your character has a lineage, a hierarchy, a story within a story, and that makes it more valuable than something that you just want to cash in and take some rewards. Instead, you're building, you know, a longevity to what your experience is in the protocol.
No, I'm really excited about that. I'm really looking forward to seeing the way things are going. I mean, those videos, dude, those animated videos, I think are top drawer. Yeah, I think they're absolutely top drawer, and they're getting better and better as it goes. You know.
Yeah, those are really
Archie.
Cool.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, Archie, how's everything going with the syndicate? I haven't actually spent much time in your TGs lately.
Oh man, we're doing great, honestly. We just got I know we just got through the Allegiance update, so we had to get all of that set up on both sides, and I know that there's not right now not a lot of benefits to doing that, but we try to stay on top of things, and so yeah, just doing that, incorporating some new folks all the time. Yeah, just generally doing really well. Getting ready for the map up.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the big one.
Yeah. Looking forward to that for sure.
Yeah. So I see. Actually, I'm looking at it right now. I can see that. So for your allegiances already, so you've got allegiance with the Hustlers.
Yeah. Congratulations on that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, we've I've known Lit for quite a while, and there was just a situation where it just made sense to kind of bring us together, and so we pursued that and set up our allegiance on the Pulse Chain side first, and then we did the same thing on the BNB side. So we've got the directorate is our allegiance, and so we've got that set up on both chains currently.
Very cool. And then on the BNB side, it's just you and the Yakuza, or did the Hustlers actually come over to BNB? I've not actually had a chance to look since, you know, it's always busy doing something.
Oh, yeah. So right now on the BNB side, we've got the Syndicate, the Yakuza, and the Illuminati, just those three families. And on the Pulse Chain side, we've got the Syndicate, the Yakuza, and the Hustlers. So, yeah. We do anticipate some of the Hustlers coming over to the BNB side too, which will be really good, I think, for both our families and the game overall.
Right. I know a lot of people are kind of misconstrued about the difference between the BNB and the Pulse Chain side, but like I was talking with Colt the other morning when I popped in my 22-hour day. If you understand the difference between an ET share and a PT share, then you can understand the difference in between the Mafia side, because the game unilaterally exists as a whole. But the way it was developed first on getting the code running on the BNB side to prototype everything else, even with everything with PulsePot and BNB Pot and Pulse Protect and the BNB side of that, to then bring everything back into one wedge that spans multi-chain. I think it's really important to understand at this early stage of the game. during early access that things are going to be spreading in between multiple different chains, multiple different use cases, multiple different families, even regions, if the game expands into a DLC type environment that will have a richness of its own identity, but still exist under the same umbrella.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that comparison. Really, I mean, the game is going to be functional on both sides, right? Like you said. And what's interesting is how even though we're in early access right now, how different the game is. Like the communities on both sides are actually how they're evolving like differently.
Right.